13th century, Central Asia. A warrior rides across the endless steppes. His name, Ertugrul Gazi. He was not a king. He was not a sultan. He was the leader of a small nomadic tribe. But this one man would set in motion events that would create one of the greatest empires in human history, the Ottoman Empire. And his real story is even more incredible than the drama. Who was Ertugrul Ghazi in reality? Born around 1191, he was the son of Süleyman Shah, leader of the Kayi tribe, a small nomadic Turkic tribe wandering the lands of Anatolia. He had no kingdom, no palace, no army of thousands, just a tribe of warriors fighting to survive in one of the most dangerous periods in history. Between the crushing Mongol Empire from the east and the weakening Byzantine Empire from the west, the Kayi tribe were nomads. They had no permanent home, no city, no walls to protect them. They moved constantly, thousands of people, with their horses, camels, and sheep across the vast plains of Anatolia. They lived in tents. They fought on horseback. They survived harsh winters and deadly enemies. This was the world Ertugrul grew up in, a world where strength meant survival and weakness meant death. But Ertugrul's world was not peaceful. From the east, a terrifying force was sweeping across the land. The Mongols, the most powerful army the world had ever seen. They had already destroyed Persia, burned Baghdad, killed millions. Now they were moving west, straight toward Anatolia, straight toward the Kayi tribe. Ertugrul and his people faced a simple choice: fight or be destroyed. Ertugrul did not run. He fought, leading his Kayi warriors into battle against the most feared army on earth. History records that Ertugrul and his tribe successfully resisted Mongol advances multiple times. While great empires fell around him, this small tribe of nomads held their ground, not because they had more soldiers, but because they had something the Mongols could not conquer: unbreakable will. But Ertugrul faced enemies not just on the battlefield. The Seljuk Empire, the dominant Muslim power of the time, was crumbling from within. Corrupt officials, power-hungry viziers, political betrayals. The Seljuk Sultan gave the Kayi tribe lands in Anatolia, but the court was full of enemies who wanted Ertugrul destroyed. He had to fight wars on two fronts, one with the sword, one with his mind. Ertugrul's family was the foundation of his strength. His wife, Halime Hatun, was a real historical figure, not just a drama character. She stood beside Ertugrul through every battle and hardship. Together they had 3 sons, Gunduz, Savci, and the youngest, Osman. Nobody knew it then, but this youngest son would one day build the greatest empire the world had ever seen, the Ottoman Empire. And it all started in a simple nomadic tent. Now let us talk about what the drama got wrong. Dirilis Ertugrul, the famous Turkish series, was watched by hundreds of millions of people worldwide. But how much of it was real? The Templars as main villains, largely fictional. The detailed love stories, dramatized. Some characters like Turgut Alp and Bamzi Bayrek, real, but their adventures, mostly fictional. The real Ertugrul story had no need for exaggeration, because the truth was already incredible enough. Ertugrul's greatest military achievement was the conquest of Karacahisar Castle, a powerful Byzantine fortress in Anatolia. This was not just a battle. This was a turning point. For the first time, the Kayi tribe had a permanent home. No more wandering, no more tents. They had conquered their own land, and from this castle, Ertugrul's son Osman would launch the campaigns that built the Ottoman Empire. Ertugrul understood something most warriors did not. That strength alone was not enough. He began uniting the scattered Turkic tribes of Anatolia under one banner, through diplomacy, through marriage alliances, through respect. Tribes that had been enemies for generations began fighting side by side. This unity was Ertugrul's greatest weapon. Not his sword, not his army, but his ability to bring people together. And from this unity, an empire was born. Behind every great man is a greater woman. Halime Hatun was real. She was not just a drama character created for entertainment. She was Ertugrul's real wife, his partner through decades of war, hardship, and triumph. While history did not record every detail of her life, what we know is this: she raised Osman, the man who built the Ottoman Empire, and any woman who raises a world conqueror deserves to be remembered forever. Ertugrul's youngest son, Osman, watched his father fight, lead, and sacrifice his entire life. He learned everything: the art of war, the wisdom of diplomacy, the importance of unity. And in 1299, after his father's death, Osman declared independence from the Seljuk Empire. He founded the Ottoman Empire, an empire that would last 600 years, that would rule 3 continents, that would shape the entire modern world. And it all began with one nomadic warrior named Ertugrul. Around 1281 AD, Ertugrul Gazi breathed his last. He was nearly 90 years old. A warrior who had fought his entire life did not die on the battlefield. He died peacefully, surrounded by his family. His son Osman held his hand. His tribe wept. And as they buried their greatest leader in Socket, Osman made a silent promise to carry his father's dream forward, to build what Ertugrul had only imagined, an empire. Osman did not waste a single day. After his father's death, he immediately began expanding. Battle after battle, victory after victory, he defeated Byzantine forces. He united more tribes. He built alliances with neighboring Muslim rulers. And slowly, what had been a small nomadic tribe of a few thousand people became a powerful state, the foundation of the greatest empire the world would ever see. AD. Osman Gazi declared independence. The Ottoman Empire was born. What started as a small Kayi tribe tent on the steppes of Central Asia had become a state that would last 600 years, rule 3 continents, control the Mediterranean, and shape the entire modern world. All because one man, Ertugrul Gazi, never gave up, never surrendered, and never stopped believing in something greater than himself. Ertugrul Gazi died around 1281 AD. He was buried in Sogut, Turkey, where his tomb stands to this day. He never called himself a sultan. He never built a palace. He lived and died as a warrior of his people. But his son Osman built an empire. His grandson conquered Constantinople, and his bloodline ruled for 600 years. Ertugrul did not just change history. He created it, and his story will never be forgotten.